5 ways to increase your income. My name is Frank, and I'm going to be teaching you 5 ways you can increase your income, both as a career person or an entrepreneur. The first point is become more valuable. If your income is going to increase, you have to be a more valuable person. I'll always tell my staff that you don't need to ask for a raise in salary. You don't need to ask for a raise in pay. The more you are valuable to the company, then the more money the company is likely to pay you. The more you contribute to the growth of the company, then the more the company is likely to pay you. Once your growth is backed up by records that are outstanding, then your salary will definitely shoot up. Every good company will pay the people that do above average much more than people who don't. Most people in the organizations where they work, they just merely do their work so that they will not just get fired. They don't put in extra. But here is the question. How can I become more valuable? How can I become irreplaceable? How can I bring much more money to my company? How do I become more than average? How do I become a better version of myself? How can I become a better team member? How can I improve my skills in the company? If you focus on these questions, you will discover that you will definitely become a better person, because these questions are going to drive you to looking at what you are going to do to actually contribute extra to the company. And when the company sees you bringing in extra, backed up by records, then you can ask for a raise in salary or a raise in your pay. And every good and successful company would not want to lose their valuable clients. They will not want to lose their valuable staff. So they will see into that to make sure that your pay is actually increased. So this is one of the ways to increase your income. The second way is to move into the company's profit stream. There are 3 kinds of jobs in the business world. The first one is the technical job. Example of these people are people that work in the accounting department, the legal department, the financial department. Then the second one are people that work in the operational department. These people don't really earn much. You have the customer service, you have the here you have the securities, you have other agencies. They don't really earn much. Then the third one are people that work in the sales department, the marketing department. These ones are the main people in the company. They are the ones that generate money for the company. These people are people you cannot do without. They are the focal point. They are at the center, the business hub of the company. So if you want to earn more, you need to find yourself into this department. So if you find yourself into this department and there is something you want to do, or you want to earn more, you can negotiate with your company. So if you bring in so and so amount of money, how much is the company actually going to pay you? And more especially, you discover that people in this department, most of them earn commissions on the money, the revenue they generate for the company. So if they generate 1 million revenue, you discover that in most times the company gives them 10% of the money they generate. So now that someone wants to increase his income and he finds himself in this kind of a sector, he can decide to generate his revenue, increase the generation of his revenue for the company for 10 million. And he is sure that if he generates 10 million, the company gives him 10%, which is 1 million. So he can decide to generate 20 million, and he's sure that if he generates 20 million, the company will give him 2 million. So this is another way to increase your income. The third point is to become an entrepreneur. Yes, one may ask, how can someone who is a career person be an entrepreneur? Yes, you can become an entrepreneur even in that your organization, that your company. Yes, it's just about having an entrepreneurial spirit. So even in that organization, you can look at what you people are doing in that company. And with the entrepreneurial spirit, you can suggest a way to your CEO on what you are actually going to implement to make more money for the company. And if the company is a reasonable company and they look at what you have suggested and they evaluate it and scrutinize it and see that this is something that is actually going to generate more money for the company, they can give you a go ahead. And one good thing here is that you are going with the backing of your company. So whatever happens, you are going in the name of your company, assuming your company is an organization that has been established already, that has a name. So the name is there to back you up, to cover you. So by the time you go and implement it, and the company says that you're generating more money, the company can make you a head in that department and increase your salary. You can ask for a raise here. So you have become more valuable, indispensable, that the company cannot do away with you, thereby making you a center focus or a central team in the company. So, and no good company, like I've said earlier, will want to lose a valuable staff. So they would increase your pay. The fourth point is developing a high income skill. Well, I define this skill as a skill that will give you more money than the current job you are doing now will give you. So you can develop this skill. And one thing about developing skills is these skills doesn't need a college degree for you to develop these skills. So your ability to develop these skills depends on you, how serious you are, how prepared you are, how mentally developed, how matured you are to actually take up the responsibility of increasing your income. It all depends on you. And when you develop this skill, your income will no longer be determined by your employer. So you are now the one that decide how much you are going to earn. And this is actually determined by 2 points. One is the level of the skill you develop, how deep and how knowledgeable you are with these skills. Now, 2 is your perception of the marketplace. Once you put these things into consideration, you will discover that even these skills will give you much more money than the current job you are doing now will give you. The 5th point is starting a side business or hustle with this your high income skill. Assuming your skill is Facebook marketing or advertising, is a skill that you learned in order to increase your income. You can use it for yourself. Now you can start selling something online and use this skill to advertise your product. And by the time you do that, you discover that your income is definitely going to shoot up. So I want you to write on the comment section which of these points resonate more with you. Then you can smash the like button and sub so that we can build well together. We have a target in this community, and our target is to nurture and develop at least 10,000 people, making them millionaires before the end of 2026.